Hey guys, and welcome back to Amnesia Memories. So, I feel like this is the last video we'll probably ever see of Amnesia Memories. It's kind of sad. But we're here to do Ukyo's story. I'm pretty excited about it, so let's jump in. I had a dream. You were walking alongside the tracks in the bright afternoon light and passed in front of me on your way to the train station. I was so happy to be able to see you again. So happy I could cry. I closed my eyes. Your face. I was having a dream. The bus, full of warm sunlight, gently rocked back and forth on the bumpy road, and there were no other passengers but me. As the bus stopped at a light, through the windows, I could see your figure, sitting at a cafe talking to someone. Long hair, sparkling eyes, your cheerful face, your smile. I was able to see you again, I thought to myself. What bliss. Once again, I was dreaming. Quiet rattling. The bus swayed and moved onward toward its next destination. Now that I think of it, the first time I met you, I showed you how to get to the bus stop. I don't know my way to the station. The worried look on your face was charming. When I told you it was dangerous to travel alone, as you could get lost, you suddenly laughed and assured me you knew that someone would help. Your innocent belief in the kindness of others was surprisingly new to me. It is difficult to believe in others. It is difficult to continue loving someone. The bus swayed more than usual. There was an intense screech. Rattling, a thud, a crash, breaking, crushing, fluttering. I saw the driver crawl out of the upturned bus from his window. He ran toward me, then stopped as he saw me. He was probably speechless. I couldn't see his face, so I couldn't tell for sure. The driver ran toward the main street and shouted something in a loud voice, and I was left alone, crushed under the bus. Perhaps he had gone to call for help, but I knew he wouldn't make it in time. My legs wouldn't move. I couldn't feel anything past my waist. I knew even if I tried to pull myself out, I wouldn't be able to. The bus didn't look like it was leaking gasoline, which was fortunate. So I would probably die from the blood loss alone. I knew this would happen from the moment I got on the bus. If there had been any other passengers besides me, I would not have boarded. But there weren't. The universe is exceptionally cruel. If you show weakness, no. Even if you don't, it is in its nature to destroy that which is foreign to it. Today was August 22nd. I would leave this world with 3 days to spare before the time limit. Even then, I was glad for this time around. I was able to see so much of her smiling face. It was short, but we exchanged words as a waitress and a customer. It was so difficult to hold back my tears when she directed her voice towards me. I wanted to hear her more. I wanted to touch her. Even once, I wanted her to call my name. But that was a wish I had long given up. I couldn't get close to her. The closer I did get, the more danger I put her in. That was why I had to die so quickly. The weather was nice today, and I was able to see her too. Up until today was enough, I thought. So I embarked on a journey with no destination. As I opened my eyes, the blue skies of summer were spread across in front of me. If I could leave here with this blue being the last thing I see, I would be at least a little happy. The blood flowing from my legs started to creep up my back, and the unpleasant sensation brought me back for a moment. The pain was distant, but the final pangs told me to keep struggling while I still had life. Failed again, huh? In a darkness devoid of any senses, a soundless voice spoke to me. You have been resurrected. Your wish was not fulfilled. That is why this cannot end yet. I cannot separate from you just yet. Even when he had gone, through the same experience, the same pain of death, the reason Nil could speak so indifferently about it was because he was an existence akin to a god. Inside this muddy darkness, only Nil let off any light, though it was hazy. I'm unsure whether light is the correct word, since most of my senses were failing. In the times before I reached a new world, I basically did not exist. My magic has nearly been depleted. At this rate, we will be unable to escape from this place. We will be bound to drift eternally in this darkness. I wouldn't like that, I thought, feeling heavy and cold. Even though I had experienced the pain of death countless times, I didn't like this idea. Being unable to disappear was frightening. The thought of there being no end was terrifying. I would rather have this endless loop of living and dying continuously, rather than being in eternal darkness. That's why I think I'll gamble on this one last time. One last time? Did we even have anything left to gamble with? Let's go back to the world where you were with her. But that world she has already died there. That is why I must rewind time. In doing this, I will use up all my power, and I'll most likely end up in a comatose state. However, it is all we have left. A comatose state? Did this mean I wouldn't be able to talk to him like this anymore? This isn't all. If you fail in that world, we will not be able to escape any longer from this darkness, from this eternal terror. Yes, that is probably what would happen, but there is nothing else we can do. If we let this go, then we will truly lose our last chance. I would no longer be able to see her? Yes, that is what would happen. Oh, that would be so miserable. The reason I was able to continue living like this, even when I could barely keep a grasp on my sanity, even as my soul continued to shatter, was because of her existence. I wanted to see her. That simple goal in mind, I continue to live and to die. Are you scared? I'm not scared. If I could meet with her one more time, I would be happy. No matter what would be waiting for me at the end. You've already given up, haven't you? I'm being saved. It's something I couldn't wish for. I couldn't wish for happiness. Only if I could see her become happy, that was all I needed. Even if you've given up, I won't. Ukyo, I promise I will save you. And if I cannot save you, I will end it all. Thank you, Nil. I was truly grateful for those words. Let's go, Ukyo. This is our last journey. Yes, let's go. To meet her one more time. What's wrong? You keep spacing out. I came to my senses and saw a face peering at me. I was reflected in her beautiful eyes. I was close enough to see her, to see us both at the same time. Surprised, I took a large step backwards. Ah, watch out! Huh? The moment I stepped back, my footing shook for an instant. I remembered that this park had stepping stones that were dangerous after a rain. Even in the absence of rain, it was easy to trip if you weren't careful. And in that moment, Ukyo! Trying to stop me mid-fall, she hurriedly extended her hand. I was glad, though no matter how you looked at it, I was too heavy for her. I wrapped myself around her before falling onto my back. Thankfully, I was able to cushion her fall, but was she all right? Are you okay? Oh, we asked each other simultaneously. She did look extremely worried, but she didn't look like she was in pain, which meant she hadn't hurt herself. Knowing this, I sighed with relief. Ukyo, do you hurt anywhere? Yes, a little. I think I hit my back on this rock here. On a rock? That must have hurt. This is nothing. I don't think I've broken anything. It wasn't enough to leave a dent, much less break anything. But if I tried to get up, I would probably just fall over again, so I lay down on the grass instead. Gently, she pulled herself out of my arms and sat up next to me. Ukyo? I smiled. I'm fine. I'm just taking a break. I'll get up in a minute. Okay, I'll wait. She was adorable, sitting next to me with a worried expression for a while. Feeling a bit mischievous, I reached up and lightly pulled on her hair. At first, she showed resistance, but after a second tug, she leaned down towards me with some hesitation. I placed my hand behind her head and gently kissed her. I was so worried about you. I know. I'm not going to die. I promised that I would keep the two of us safe. I wouldn't waste my life like I had done before, so that this happiness would not end so easily. If possible, and for as long as possible, I will stay by your side until the end. You know. Yes. No, it's nothing. Whether sick or healthy, I would stay with you until the last moment of my final breath. I'm so happy. Etching into my eyes the vision of that day's azure skies and your smile. With a feeling of bliss, I closed my eyes. Was I still dreaming? Well, that was the story. Okay, yeah, that was a little sad. We start off with him on a bus that crashes and he dies. The second to last life he has left. And we witness how he died. Being taken away from his pain by Nil. And being told that he only has one more chance before he's basically sucked into this nothingness. That has to be scary. And then the only world that he could go to next was the original world. I don't remember being told that his main story was of the new that old world. If it did, then I don't remember, but I thought that was really interesting. So they just rewound time. So yeah, I feel really bad for Ukyo. But it seems like before the amnesia happened, I'm assuming that they rewound far enough before that happened. I'm assuming. But the fact that he was able to interact with his love like that before she lost her memories and all that seemed like it was probably a good thing for him. Like, I think he really needed that, if you know what I mean. But anyway, this is the last Amnesia Memories video. So I will see you guys and whatever I choose to do after this. So I will see you then. Bye.